Hey guys, Luval here. Welcome to another tutorial. I haven't made one of these in like a year or something. But today we got a nice little Extratone slash Speedcore tutorial. Now this is gonna be more for the like melodic side of the two genres. But you can use it in whatever fucking style you wanna make. You can use these tips I'm gonna show you for super fast atonic stuff. You know, you don't need it to be melodic at all. But fucking yeah, this is the tutorial. All right. So I'm gonna be doing this tutorial showing a full finished track because I feel like that's really shows off, you know, how to actually make stuff and not just fucking like little tidbits of how to do it. But the thing I started out with is this kick. Now this is like a kick from, you can see up there in the corner, Rhythm Riot. It's a rhythm or like dubstep kit, but the kick sounded really nice without effects. I saw some potential in it, you might say. But this is how it sounds without anything. Pretty good kick, you know. Got a nice transient to it. Got a little bit of bass behind it, and it's like pretty clean. So that's kind of what you're looking for with Extratone and Speedcore kicks. I think I'll just fucking say Extratone. This is more Extratone than a Speedcore track. So with the effects, I put on a wave shaper, just the distortion to the max, and then the post gain on 80%, 2 fast dist on the maximum, and then a camel crusher with basically everything on max except volume. And this is how it sounds with the processing. It's nice and crunchy, you know. And in one of these patterns where it's a little quicker, you can really hear that transient at the beginning doing some work, you know, sounding real nice and aggressive. And you can especially hear it in later parts like this one where it goes fucking just fully apeshit. There it sound like, you can see, I don't even know, are these fucking 64th notes, 32nd notes? I'm not sure, but they're quick, they're good. You see, it sounds absolutely fucking perfect. Oh yeah, by the way, we're making this in C sharp diminished at 320 BPM. Diminished is a very good scale to be making Extratone at, because it sounds kind of spooky and futuristic, you know. So going over the melodic elements, I started out with this sequence from Surge, which is completely free, so you can download it right now and you can have a great time. Just 2 notes going across 2 octaves. I think it sounds pretty nice. It gives it a little texture, if you will. Then we got Serum. Oh fuck, I should probably change that skin. There we go. Back at it again, guys. I needed to change the skin because the one I was using was the Nani skin. And as if you use Serum, you know what that means. So I just switched to the Serum 98. But this is a lead that I made for my Crunkcore project, Neon Demon. That I like to use because it's good. It's basically just 2 super sauce, 16 unison, decent amount of detune, like right in the middle, a little kick attack at the beginning as a one-shot, an LFO changing up this little flanger plus filter, or is it a flanger plus? I don't fucking know. FLG plus. This is how it's. Oh yeah, it's mono and it's always portamento on like 60 milliseconds. And it sounds very nice. The only processing on this is just a camel crusher on like pretty high settings. Then we got a second lead, also from Surge. This is the preset without changing anything except for this little rate of the LFO. It's set to like 1/32 triplet. It's doing the same exact melody, just spread out over 2 octaves, and it's on the same track. Yeah, it's the exact same shit. It's mostly used as kind of like a little booster for the... Fuck, my nose is so itchy, dude. Okay, it's used kind of as like a little layer for that one. Then we got a bass. This is also made in Serum, although I made this one just from scratch, only for the track. Sub 2 octaves down, oscillator A and B, first one 1 octave down, second one 2 octaves down, then an MG-Low 12 filter affecting both A and B. This little envelope here is moving the cutoff a bunch, so it sounds kind of cool, you know. The processing on this is just the fast dist cranked to the maximum. This is how it sounds. Just the most simple fucking bass you can ever make, really. Then the track, it starts out with this, then it goes into the little booster lead, a cashmere long sweep, and then we have this cool little vocal here. Which track is this on? Track 5, with 2 fast dist. First one for some reason not cranked to the max, and then the second one cranked to the max. I don't fucking know what I was doing, but this is how the vocal sounds. Oh yeah, it's also slightly pitched up. Then going into the first drop, it sounds like this. There's a little crash, and then later on there's reverse crashes, and not more crashes, more bunch of shit, you know. So that's the first part of the drop. Then we go into the second part of the drop, which is kind of, well, a lot quicker. When making your kick pattern, you kind of wanna, well, this is how I do it. You can do it however the fuck you wanna do it. But, I do it kind of like, first off, a nice little stream of kick. This is just an artifact from fucking cloning the first pattern. This doesn't really change much sound, but then you do very fast kick rolls, and then that sounds nice. You can basically do them randomly. It doesn't really need to, like this one, see, it's fucking one little thing to the beginning and then off. It's not fucking, it doesn't make sense, right? But you can do it basically randomly, and it sounds good. So then after the first drop, it goes into like a little, I don't fucking know what it's called. The electronic music, it just drops and then lead ups to drops, you know? The kick goes a lot slower, like a manageable pattern for the average person, you know? Along with the bass, then the second lead comes, or no, the main lead comes in, and then the second lead comes in. Now in the second drop we got a little bit of variation going, because one thing that, let me even fucking, I'm gonna even change my camera. One thing you shouldn't be doing is just repeating the exact same shit over again, because then it's boring. I mean, okay, it's kind of hard to be bored listening to Extratone, but still, you don't want it to just be the exact same drop over and over again. You gotta add a little bit of variation to it, you know? So what's added here is a little bit of a cashmere snare. You know, I like cashmere samples. Without processing, it sounds like this. I put the formant down by 700 cents. With processing, it sounds like this. It sounds a lot louder than it is in the actual mix, because the fucking... all the distortion on everything just kind of starts fighting together, you know. In the second part of the second drop, we got a very, very fast kick pattern. This is extremely quick. It's unbelievable, some might say. Here, we really have a good show of the fucking snare not being able to be heard. I boosted it by 36 decibels, the max you can go. If you play like this, it's pretty loud, but then you fucking play it over here, you literally cannot tell that it's there. But that's whatever, you know? It doesn't matter. Then we go into the second fucking pre-drop thing, and I did a very cool thing with FL Studio. If you grab your sample and then you go into this little menu, then chop, then time-based, you can chop it up. I'm pretty sure this one was, I don't know, beats, I think. Yeah, beats. And it makes a cool little effect that makes it like, cause if I played just the fucking thing by itself, it would be kind of boring. But now it's not boring, it's the opposite of boring, it's fucking cool. And it especially works well with this little surge lead, It's a fucking sequence, it especially works well with this little thing over here. That's why you gotta add some texture to your Extratone, you know? Because Extratone, alright, you know how Extratone's supposed to sound? It's supposed to sound fucking evil and futuristic, alright? Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure if it's supposed to sound that way, but that's how I want it to sound, so that's how it sounds. Yeah, that's a fucking real good YouTube video here. But then it goes up to the drop, and then it's just I don't know if you can hear me when this is playing, so I'm gonna fucking stop it. Then it just goes into the normal vocal and then into the drop. This drop is probably the most interesting out of them all, because you have the low vocal, and then we had an aim and break. Now this second part of the aim and break is made with the same technique as the one used here for the vocal. You go into the chop, but this time you go into patterns, and you can choose any one of these. You can use this for breakcore if you want to, although I think for breakcore it's better still to like do some chopping by yourself, because then you can get it to sound more how you exactly want it, you know? Because okay, here we go into the fucking drop. I really like the texture that the aim and break adds. It makes it sound a lot more dirty. Then we go into the second one and it just goes fucking absolutely ape shit. Then the thing plays by itself. Then we go into the little outro section. And that's a very loud crash. So yeah, that's basically the track. My main tips: just fucking go quick and use the diminished scale. Also nice to use kind of sounds with a good amount of reverb, but like this, I'm pretty sure this lead right here, yeah, it has a good amount of reverb, and that just kind of helps it to feel nice and full, you know? Fucking, yeah, that's basically it. On the master, I just have general mastering stuff. Ozone 10, very great plugin. I recommend it. You got a tape emulator, so it sounds nice and warm and analog. This isn't doing anything. A solid bus comp, OTT, soft clipper that looks a little bit broken to me. I don't know, man. I think I might have fucking squeezed a little bit more than I could have out of FL Studio here. And then my biggest friend, the Julian Soundmaster 2, completely free. I just hit my microphone. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry about that. But yeah, Julian sound meter, fucking Julian loudness meter. Please use it. I beg you. I master my stuff at about 8 LUFS. Yeah, 7.98, same shit, you know. It's a nice balance of loudness and aggression, and not loudness and dynamics, I guess. Not really. There's not a fucking single bit of dynamics in this whole track, but because it's all so distorted. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a little tutorial. I don't know if it's a good tutorial. If it was a good tutorial, fucking wait, I'm missing something. There we go. If it was a good tutorial, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that motherfucking bell. I don't know, follow me on Instagram, because that's where most of my internet presence is. And yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.